All right, guys, we are live. That's right. Sick Week prep has begun. The 6 pods of Sick Week. We got Danny Diesel on tonight. Daniel Green. He's debuting a new car at Sick Week. This is kind of exciting. He's been posting pictures for weeks leading up to this billet 4G63 car. I think it's a Dodge Colt. He's going to tell someone he's actually backstage. He's driving from Walmart now to Wi-Fi. So we're going to make the trip with him, and then he'll jump on and tell us a little bit. I am limiting these to about an hour. My wife's been out of town, and obviously we're headed to Sick Week coming up this weekend. If it doesn't snow my plane out, we should be there I should be there on Friday, starting content then. So all that to say this, please pray for do a no snow dance here for Northwest Arkansas. I need this plane to get out of here, or I'm going to have to figure out some way to maybe get a ride over to Tulsa to ride with Tyler and Aaron, who have the Taco Time Fairmont, which was a new video I posted yesterday. Love that car. I wouldn't mind riding down with those guys in the truck. I would just love to get there early and do some streetcar takeover stuff and bring you guys all that content. Again, all of the live feed coverage is brought to you by Destroyer 1320. I'm going to thank the guys that made this podcast room possible. I did have a comment today from someone that says it is still a little tinny in here. I'm working on that. I've got some stuff ordered for the wall behind me, and I'm going to build a little panel behind the microphone and camera too that should help with some of the audio. So bear with me, hang tight. Guys that made this room possible. Daniel Green's brother is actually one of them. Donovan Green, who was on 2.0 with us last year. Dino Cardell is a big part of it. Tyler Petram, Tom Stark, Matt Monroe. Tom Stark's going to be on Sick Week with us, so we'll get an interview with him and Blaine. Ryan Wing, who runs Streetcar Chronicles on YouTube. Big Bad Daddy, the Cowboy Yankee, John Morant. Couldn't have done this room without those guys. And listen, how do I word this? Destroyer 1320 was nice enough to be a sponsor. So I'm going to play a quick video, and then we're going to get right into the Daniel Green, a.k.a. Danny Diesel, interview here, a little conversation. Again, we're capping this at an hour, so share it to everybody right now so they can see us while we're live.
Are you tired of worrying about your car when it's parked in the parking lot? You're not around it. You're at dinner. You're at the mall. You're worried about it? Stop being worried about it, man. Go over to www.destroyer1320.com. Get yourself neutral release cover. If you pull this up and you don't see that, go over to destroyer1320.com. Get yourself one of them. Do yourself a favor. Get the latest TDS OBD2 cover. That will stop people from ballooning your key. Head over to www.destroyer1320.com now.
All right. Again, 10% discount if you use the code NARCS. If you have a Mopar, it's apparently very easy to steal them. And he developed that product after one of his guests on his live stream that he does weekly actually had their Mopar stolen at an event in the hotel parking lot. It was a wide body, I think, Dodge Demon or whatever they call those things, or a wide body Hellcat. And literally security footage showed people opening the door, busting to open the door, pull the neutral safety strap, slide it back, loaded on a trailer. That was it. They were gone in like 2 minutes. So if you own a Mopar, that's a pretty big deal. I think it's 2015 to 2021, at least. Maybe it's newer models too. I don't know. Maybe they fixed it. Okay, enough of my rambling. Let's get to it right here. Dude, what is up? What is up? Are you excited about we leave in 4 days.
How many days?
I think it's 4.
Dude, I've already left.
He gone.
He gone.
That's awesome. So we definitely want to talk about the new car for sure. I'm turning your mic up just a little bit as a heads up. We want to talk about the new car. We also definitely, Sick Week, dude's going to be insane. It's going to be absolutely crazy. I hope you're ready for you did 2.0 last year with us, and it was fun. I think this one's going to be even more fun. I think there's going to be so many different cars and different people that we'll get to meet, and it's going to be wild, man.
Honestly, man, there is something inside me that is just it's hard to explain. I honestly think a lot of lives are going to be changed this next week.
Yes. I know ours will. I'm going to will it into existence.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of lives changed this next week
Yeah.
because of a person that had a vision,
Yeah.
and that's
Well,
and
and
that's where I'm going into this. I'm
yeah.
not like I know you guys now. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
y'all are getting a hug. Like,
Oh, dude, I'm ready. I'm already a hugger. So
yeah,
people need to understand that as we go into this that are watching this. If I've talked to you about 2 times, you're getting a hug when I see you.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, most definitely. So,
Yeah.
no, I like I said, man, I think a lot of lives are going to be changed.
Mm-hmm.
I think, I'm just that's where I'm going with this
Yeah.
sick week. I just need to put a small disclaimer in this.
Okay.
My social media is about a day and a half
Behind is what he was going to say. We may have some audio issues on his end. Again,
Yeah.
he's on a phone.
Are you still there?
We're back.
Did I lose you?
Can you hear me now?
Hold on.
Nope. So he told me this the other day. He told me the other day that his social media was behind a little bit because I was like, man, if you're coming through this area, can I line up? Hey, can you hear me now?
Now am I there?
There we go. How about that?
I can't hear you.
Well, if you can see me talking, I'll tell you, we can hear you. We can hear you if you are watching me on this end. Oh, he's dropped. So he is in St. Louis area right now, finishing up the car. They actually built it in the Northwest, Pacific Northwest, up by Seattle, I think, or Oregon, maybe Oregon. Somebody's gonna get mad at me for not knowing that. And so his stuff's about a day and a half behind because he was scheduling it out because he was going to be on the road so much, trying to get there. So he's actually in St. Louis, finishing the car up, last few pieces of it, and didn't want to show up to
back
week that early. Hey, there we go.
I think I'm back.
Now we're back.
Yeah, no, my alarm went off and something crazy happened. I don't know. Anyways,
yep, I've had that happen before.
Yeah, the alarm went off and I don't know what the heck happened. But anyways, sorry I interrupted you guys.
That's all right.
Talking about?
Yeah, you were talking about being a day and a half behind, and I was kind of telling them why you were a little bit behind on your social media feed, like on Instagram and things like that, just because of the travel time and as busy as you guys were getting that car ready.
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. Disclaimer. So my social media, 9 times out of 10, my social media is about a day and a half behind.
Yep.
Here's some stuff for you, bro. Sorry, I was dropping some stuff off to my co-driver.
Nice.
But anyways, so yeah, I'm almost to Wi-Fi, but my social media is about a day and a half behind for the simple fact that we like to funnel social, post to you guys and make sure to have and always have consistent content. Some days we don't do anything, so we fill that void with content for you guys. So I just need to put that little disclaimer out there that my social media is about a day and a half behind, and we are currently in St. Louis, Missouri. So
yeah, because I think that was what I reached out to you about. I was like, man, when are you leaving? Because I figured that was like a 4-day trip coming across the country, and you're like, oh no, I'm actually in Missouri, it's fine. And I was like, oh, perfect, that's great. Because this is the 3rd time you've been on, and I love when you're on because you're motivational on one side of it too, but then like you get stuff done, dude. It's amazing how quickly you can get stuff done and all that. So
yeah. So one of the reasons why we get things done so quickly is because I don't do the work. That's the first. The second part is because I'm good at facilitating things.
Yep.
So, I typically don't work through car projects. I typically don't work. I usually like bottle up all the parts and then start going at it. Unlike other people, they buy parts by parts by parts and then start, putting it together and whatnot. But nope, I tend to do things a little bit differently. So
Well, and we've had the conversation before on previous episodes where you talked about you're not necessarily a car guy in the sense of what my brother and I are, and so I think probably outside looking in, you have a different view. Like we want to buy whatever car part I can buy right now, and then you end up piling them up. Well, it took me 5 years of piling parts for the old truck, and I should have really been doing it probably more like you, just waited and done it all at once. It would
Yeah,
have been a
but
lot faster and had more fun.
Yeah, that's not the typical way of the American folks.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So I've got this picture pulled up. I want to show everybody. Let's talk car first, and then we'll go into Sick Week stuff. Again, I just for everybody, I am limiting these to an hour. My wife's been out of town all weekend, and I'm out of town for 10 days. So what's going on right here? Can you see that one there?
Yeah. I'm going to zoom in on that here. So that right there is a Billet 4G63. We are, oh man, that was Thursday. We were putting the motor in. Yeah, that was Thursday. Yep.
That's crazy. And then so obviously with it mounted like that's front wheel drive, or are you all wheel driving this setup, or what's the plan?
So a little backstory of the car is this car was built about 3.5, 4 years ago by Raven Fab up in Spokane, Washington.
Okay.
And so everything that is on the car was already fabricated, has already been done. Nice. But they ended up.
Oh. Nope, they ended up, and then we lost you. Oh, he's talking, but we can't hear you, dude. If you can hear him in the comments, let me know. Nope. Hey, buddy. Let me take this off. Maybe that'll. Oh. So yeah. He's working through some of that. Yep, Scott Guthrie, John. I appreciate you guys saying that you can't hear him. Yeah, we're going to work through some of this stuff. Typically, he's on a computer, but guys, I mean, really, and I think everybody that's going to be on this week is really hammering down, trying to get cars ready and get them done. So I appreciate everybody that is going to be a guest this week. Adam Dorey and Chad Reynolds are on Thursday night. Hey. Listen.
No, someone just tried to call me. I put my phone in airplane mode. It's in airplane mode now.
No worries, man. We're fine. We're good. I can talk to these people all day. They're tired of hearing me talk. I promise. So you were talking about Raven Fab, and then we lost you there.
Yeah. So this car was built by Raven Fab about 3 years ago, and they lost an engine, lost interest, and I asked them how much it would cost to put the car back together, and so they
thanks, John, appreciate it, bud.
They gave me a price, and I bought the car from them for Sick Week. So
yeah, dude, it's exciting. That car looks. You've got a video where you're coming out of the garage in it. Man, thing looks beefy. So is it front wheel drive, all wheel drive? What's the drivetrain?
It's a 4G63 all wheel drive. Yes. And it is a 50-50 split on the all wheel drive.
Oh wow.
So a lot of all wheel drives are either like a 70-30 or different ratios, but this one is a 50-50 split. So we on Saturday, we were out testing. And how testing usually goes. You got to turn it up every now, a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
We ended up breaking the input shaft at 6 p.m. on Saturday.
Nice.
And we were supposed to leave at 8 or 9 p.m.
Of course.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was fun. So that puts you back. So did you repair it there in Spokane, or did you?
Yeah. No, we repaired. We repaired it there in Spokane. This car was built for a guy like me that is not highly mechanically inclined. So it literally took 30 minutes to get the transmission out.
Oh, nice.
We had it all back together in about an hour and a half. So
that's great. So it's what's crazy is like if you go when you go into like a car that's built specifically for that, not some street car they just keep adding stuff to, you end up bolts are easy to get to, placement is better, things like that. Who built the manifold? Because that thing is the exhaust manifold. That thing's gorgeous.
That was that was built by their fabricator, Jason.
Man, that thing is so nice. I'm pulling up a picture now.
That car was built totally in-house by Raven Fab.
Wow, that's cool, man. Here we go.
Yeah, they did all the wiring. They did everything.
That's cool. And then you guys just assembled it back. Is that what?
Yep, we just. Well, the first recipe only had a. I think I had like a sleeved block. But the oil pumps are a weak link on these cars, so we ended up upgrading to a billet 4G63 on this one.
That's awesome. That that's gorgeous right there. Like that shot. I hope everybody's seeing what I'm seeing. Yeah, that thing is amazing. I love the twin gates. That's a huge. It's super cool, especially pop the hood. That car's got to be super lightweight too. It actually plays against us because what's it called? The car's too light. We can't get into any of the street classes because it's street classes is 3,000 pounds or less. Yeah, and you're not going to add that much weight to the car to make it just to go in the class. So is it manual or auto? It's an auto. Sweet. Yeah, I'm not much of a dancer. Well, and then brand new fresh car, take it out, be the only stick in the fleet. I think that would probably be pretty hard to manipulate. Now the question I have though is, will this car be on the road with you as well? Like you gonna put two in the trailer? You gonna kind of rotate out? This is the car we're taking. Well, no, I meant for events later in the year. Oh, for the events later in the year. The truck is actually down right now. We're doing quite a few different changes in the truck. So the truck is currently down at this moment. Gotcha. So hey, this is a good filler. I mean, dude, this car it's going to be super unique, which is a big plus, and then it's going to be. I think there's a lot of guys that are down there in some older Mopars like that I think will gravitate towards that and help you grow that entire, following on social media on that side of it too. Yeah, I truly hope so. What we're shooting for is to capture a different audience. A lot of people know me for my diesel truck, but we want to kind of capture another audience within within the automotive industry. So and dude, I think you're going to. I mean, like this car's really neat. I'm trying to get into some of the photos here. I've jumped on the Danny Diesel Facebook page real quick. Look at some of this stuff here. Hang on, I'm going to pull it up. And I'm probably taking up too much time here. We got about 20 minutes in. It's going to be really hard for me to only go an hour. But it's always we are talkative. We're talkative people. So. Yeah, look at this setup here. I mean, if you guys are watching this, it's just amazing looking on at all of this. So definitely go find Danny Diesel on Facebook and follow him, like all of his stuff. Instagram too. Your Danny_Diesel, the number 2. Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, adjustable cam timing. It's going to be really cool. What management system are you using with that? I don't know anything about 4G63 stuff, so I'm trying to learn vicariously through you. So we have partnered with Haltech. Oh, cool. Yeah, we've partnered with Haltech on. We're working on an ECM for the diesel truck. Yep. And they're like, hey, you know what? You got the Colt there too, so you might as well have a Haltech for that. And the one thing about it is it makes it easy tuning. You understand the language within that software system and all that kind of stuff. or somebody will.
Yep.
So.
And that's what we're going for. Just
Yeah,
to keep
definitely.
it, keep it so we can go from one to the other and not, have to learn 3 or 4 different systems.
Yep. And then, so let's pivot a little bit, maybe talk about Sick Week and see, are there any tracks that you're excited to get to? Like any you haven't been before?
I'm excited. I am really, honestly, I'm excited about Bradenton.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was going to be a fun one. We're showing up. If my flight doesn't get snowed out in this crazy snowpocalypse that's coming, then I fly in Friday. If not, I don't know what I'm going to do.
What you probably should do is get in your car and just drive.
Oh man,
you're not that far away. How many hours are you away?
From there, 16.
That's the same.
Yeah,
that's the same right there.
Yep.
That's the same right there. So
yeah, it's that may be what I end up doing, just doing that. Justin says, come on. I need to probably just leave out Wednesday and just miss it all. But I don't know if my wife would be happy with that. She'd be like, what are you talking about? You're leaving early. I'll leave work at like 5 o'clock and drive all night.
It's once. It's not, well, yes, a Sick Week, the first year, it's a once in a lifetime deal.
Yep.
You have to show up. If you're
sure.
planning on spectating, you got to show up. If you're planning on racing, you show up. Like if you're planning on helping me, broke down on the side of the road, please show up.
Yeah. Oh, if we see you on the side of the road, we're going to do that. So my plan is to have an entire video that is just all of the breakdowns throughout the week. So,
okay.
I hope we don't see you, and I hope you are not featured in that video.
Yes and no, but okay.
Yeah, it's
whenever you go into events like this, if you're not planning to take the transmission out every single day, you probably came unprepared.
Yeah, and sadly, that's what happened to us on 2.0. I should have just, if we had been able to leave earlier, I think I would have chanced it on the cart and just eased on into Oklahoma City. But we were leaving whatever that town was we were in at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So everybody was already in Oklahoma City. I was like, man, I don't want to be out here by myself.
Yeah.
Well, so next time,
what can you do?
What I'm saying is I'm not going to quit next time. I'm not going to quit. We're going to keep on going and fight it. And so, yeah, I've still got to put a trans in it. I haven't really even touched the cart since 2.0. I feel so bad.
Well, if you need a ride to Bradenton, you better start putting a trans in it today.
Oh, I'm not taking the cart for sure. It's going to be 0 degrees here on Wednesday. I'm out.
I was out. Fair enough.
Yep. Rent me a little crap box car. I can drive down and leave. That's probably what I need to do.
You could. Yeah, you definitely could. Just get a marketplace car and leave it on the beach.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Listen, I need a $300 car. I like to work on something before I get down there.
Right.
That's awesome. So Bradenton, you're excited about that? You going to do any? You going to go over and see any of the streetcar takeover stuff? You showing up early, I guess?
Yeah. So this car is completely untested to me. Nice. I've driven it. I've driven it probably 5 miles at the max.
That's awesome.
So I'm taking a car that I know nothing about. I've only driven it about 5 miles. And I'm going to travel with you guys 800 miles.
Yeah.
And work through all the obstacles that we must.
I like it. So if you show up a little early, you going to creep it around town a little bit, you think?
Yeah. We'll drive around town. Probably take it over to Orlando. Cruise over there. And then we're doing streetcar takeover on Friday, Saturday. And then we're doing testing on Sunday. So,
cool.
I would say by Monday I would hope to have at least 10 passes down the track.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. So you'll definitely have some stuff sorted out then with the tune or any shortcomings as far as parts go and things like that.
Right. So, yeah, we've signed up from Thursday to the following Saturday. We're signed up.
That's cool, man. Yeah, we I don't fly out until that Monday after, so we're it's going to be a good weekend to just kind of hang out after we get back from the trip and unpack and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yep.
Most definitely.
What do we need to talk about, dude? We've been on 30 minutes. I feel like we blasted through all of that info. What's changed in your life in the last 3 months besides building an entire car?
So what has changed in my realm of things is I have hired on a full-time in-person video editor, social media person, mechanic. He's the jack of them all.
Yes, dude, that's awesome. How has that helped as far as your like taking some of that off your plate with, pushing forward and moving forward on all your stuff? Like, I guess it gives you more time.
It gives me more time to focus on other ideas.
Mm-hmm.
It also basically in all reality, it's a duplicate of me.
That's cool.
And so he definitely takes care of a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. As you guys see on my YouTube channel, we are consistently posting videos now.
Yeah.
We're capturing footage for you guys. So I'm going into my third season of living on the road, doing this full time. Mm-hmm. And the last 2 years have really just kind of, they've been hard. I'm not going to lie. It's been hard. But I think this year having a full-time in-person social media guy, I think is really going to help out a lot. So
heck yeah, dude, that's awesome. Yeah, Dirty Panda was saying that's what he's trying to. He's wanting to do that for somebody too. He's actually helped me a little bit with some Instagram stuff, and it's been great. I can only imagine that, especially for a guy like you that is. I mean, you're literally in it every day. You've got to have some help sometimes.
Yeah, and it's not a job in all reality. And I've spoken with my guy, and before I brought him aboard, I was like, dude, this ain't a job. This is a lifestyle.
Yeah,
we're gonna work 20 hours a day, from the time we wake up to the time we're gonna go to bed. We're in it. This isn't an 8 to 5 job. So if that's what you're looking for, this is not the job for you.
This ain't it. Me and you have just become best friends.
Practically. Yeah, practically. Yeah. Just, I'm like, hey, dude, you're going to be my best friend. You're going to capture all the content. And yeah, that's what it's going to be. So
that's cool. I see Destroyer 1320's in here again. He's sponsoring all of our live streams for all of Sick Week. I'm excited about that. I've heard Bradenton has the crappiest cell service of any of the tracks we'll be at, but surely once we get out of the track and get on the road, that's where I want to do all my live feeds and all my shorts and things like that is from the road. Is these pro mods come by us, or we've been
you actually got your plate stacked up quite a bit.
Oh, dude, I'm ready. It's gonna be pretty wild. We're gonna.
Yeah.
I mean, I really figure we can put out 100 videos through the week between live feeds and shorts and the video I'll edit at the end of every day. So you're talking about
you definitely have your plate full. That's for sure.
Well, you're talking about changing. This event will change people's lives. It's going to change ours. I'm gonna will it. I'm gonna make it do it. And that's part of the problem with hanging out with you is like. Every time I'm sitting there watching TV, I'm like, I could be doing something right now. I could be at my computer editing a video. I'm like, man, what would Danny be doing right now? Every time. And then,
that's it.
Yeah, I jump on Instagram, follow some more people, conversate. Post
exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Like, people say, well, I don't have enough time, or I could never do that, or this or that. We all have the same amount of time in a day. We all have 24 hours. It depends on how you use it.
Yep.
It's 7:30 at night. We're on a podcast. I am sitting in front of 4 screens in front of my computer. I got truck drivers yelling at me because the pickup number's not working, and you just got to do it.
Yep.
You just have to do it.
Well, and
utilize your time properly.
Yeah, if you're trying to build something like what we've been trying to, that I'm getting real serious about. If you're trying to do that, you've got to do that. You've got to, instead of flipping through everybody, because a lot of times you'll find yourself just scrolling on Instagram. You're not even looking at anything. You're like, what the heck is going on here? And so then I'm like, okay, I got to pivot. I got to do this. I got to do something different.
Well, and I ask myself quite a bit, for all your viewers on there, or, inspiring people that want to be social media popular, or however you want to say it. Are you a consumer or are you a producer?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I catch myself sometimes.
I catch myself
at least twice a week. Yeah. Are you a consumer or are you a producer? And which one do you want to be? Because you can't be both.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And so it's funny, if as you make that mindset switch to producer, like you find yourself not like, if I'm in game mode for 2 or 3 hours at a night, like after my family's gone to bed, I don't even look at people's stuff. I'm like, what videos can I put together that I already have in my phone? What pictures have I not posted yet? And I'm going through all my social trying to figure out what I haven't done yet. So,
yep.
Dino says, well said, Danny. And then he's also talking about hanging out with a bunch of kiddos at a parking garage tonight, taking advantage of the weather and preach the gospel of drag and drives. Let's talk about that for a second, because with all the stuff you watch, that you're paying attention to, because you're a future kind of guy. I feel like Sick Week is going to change drag and drive culture, but I feel like it's also going to change people's perception of drag and drive events. Usually it's drag week and people see it in a magazine. Are we going to see a big push towards drag and drive type events host, by big name people and things like that?
There's a catch-22,
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a catch-22 to that. Like a drag weekend would be pretty cool, but me personally, I don't want the market saturated with these type of events, because I don't want it to get washed away.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I can see definitely
it's a truly unique culture of people.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want that to get ruined. I don't want that to get saturated.
The culture of drag and drive is so cool, because like for the folks that are so tired of hearing me talk about Sick Week, because we've been on it for a month and a half now, it really is so different. I mean, you explained it best in your last time you were on here. I mean, it's a family. And we're fixing to meet a whole bunch of new cousins and brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah, a whole bunch of second cousins that we didn't even know we knew, and then we're going to roll up and all these people like the Reggie Moore, who's got there's a bunch of rat rod, hot rod type guys that I've been messaging back and forth with, because the Model A that we're bringing, it's like an entire whole genre of cars I've never even messed with, because I never had the opportunity and never wanted to build one like that. But now I'm going to be engulfed in it for a whole week.
Yeah, it's bringing together like-minded people for the better, and it's hard to explain. It truly is. It truly is hard to explain. And 2.0 Race Week 2.0 definitely changed my perspective. It definitely gave me a lot more tools in my tool belt. Just the culture, like I said, the culture of people. It's wild.
And really probably a lot more contacts too. I would think the amount of people you met on there, everybody's from all over the country. That helps as far as, if you have an issue somewhere, that would come in handy.
Yeah, no, most definitely. And that's one thing I told my my assistant is, dude, we are at any given time in the United States, we are 500 miles away from someone that will open their door and say, "Come on in."
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. 100%.
And so,
Well, let's talk about your sick week prep a little bit. What do you have left to do on the car? And then let's work into like some of the trip stuff you got planned.
so the car, currently we have the hatch on the back. I don't know what's going on with it, but the hatch isn't opening. It opened up the other day, but now it's not opening. So that's something I'm going to work on tonight. Is I got to take the passenger seat out, crawl back there, flip the latch, old school stuff, 1989 Dodge Colt stuff, you know? So I'm going to crawl back there, flip the latch, open the latch, because we have an auxiliary fuel cell in the back.
Oh, cool.
So, dude, if race week, if sick week, my hatch don't open, I run out of fuel.
You're in trouble.
I'm just gonna set the race seat on the side of the road with my thumb out, like, hey.
It's a little cardboard sign: "Car broke, need ride."
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll provide my own seat.
Yeah, right. Bring in my own seat.
Yeah.
So I take it you're using a trailer then, or are you guys loading everything in the back of the car?
No, we're loading everything in the back of the car.
Oh, I love it. So yeah, you definitely have to get the hatch working.
Yeah, so I have to get the hatch working. That's not an option. Because it has a beefed up 850 cage in it. So it has crossbars across the back seats. Across the seats, so you can't it's like a jungle gym crawling back there.
Yeah, that won't make it very easy at all. Yeah, you don't want to have to do that every time, especially when all the stuff is in there. Are you guys
right?
So I scanned across the picture there a minute ago. It was a stack of tires. Are those tires you're running on the car, or are you running radials all the way around?
Yeah, we're gonna run ET Street SSs all the way around it. So
that ought to be
we're gonna try not to change tires all week. With it being an all-wheel drive car, hopefully hopefully we don't fight traction issues.
Yeah, so they ought to work. I would think we just, and everybody's saying it's dry. We shouldn't get any rain that week. So, I wouldn't be worried about any of that stuff. Plus, the all-wheel drive would make it a little easier. So, do you have your hotels booked? Are you winging it? Or do you need a spot to sleep?
No, we're going in this one a little bit. Prepared. I'm bringing in a big team.
Cool.
I'm bringing in let me clarify this. Okay?
I know they can't work on it, just so everybody out there knows.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. They can't work on the car. They're not going to help us change tires. They're not going to carry tools with us. But I do have a media team coming.
Cool.
To capture all the moments. We also we have Raven Fab. The head tuner, he's going to come down, and nice. I told him, I was like, hey man, you can't be cruising with us. That's not part of the game. It'll be cool if you could, but you can't cruise with us. You got to go to the next track. Go sit in the spectators. I'll let you know if I email me a tune if you must.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yep. So I got a tuner guy coming down to help us. We got a full media team coming, and then it's just us out there. So, and we already have all of our hotels booked, because Florida's a little bit different. We're going to a little bit kind of rural areas, or not so, hotel friendly areas, as I seen when we were searching for hotels. So, no, I definitely pre-booked those. Yep.
Yeah, that's going to be nice. Any snacks that you're going to have in the car? Like, what's your road snack go-to? Mine is typically a big bag of Sour Patch Kids is typically right by the seat. What are you going to be hauling around with you?
Sunflower seeds.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm a sunflower seed type of person. So
Yeah. Any particular flavor? You a ranch or a jalapeno, or I don't even know what sunflower seed flavors.
I have to just do plain. I
Oh, I got
don't
you.
like all
Yep.
the sodium or anything like that in them. So just plain sunflower seeds.
That's awesome. Carry your little cups,
Yeah.
spit them in, or you just out the window. So
I just
yeah,
spit them in my hand
AC.
and throw them out the window.
There you go. Replanting the
Yep.
the ditch line there. Any no AC or anything like that car, right? It's all gutted race car stuff.
No AC. We do have a dash because it's a street car, so
Yep.
we do have a dash. We don't have door panels. It's fully gutted. No AC. No heater. No windshield wipers.
Wait. You don't have a heater? Well, you got a defrost, right? You should be wiping.
Possibly, yeah. Maybe
Rain-X the inside of the glass too. That's not a. I think they make a humidity or a defog for the
we
inside.
could.
Yeah.
Or I can just take off one of the boost pipes and just run it. When the wastegate opens, it's like.
Yep.
Throws it all in there.
Are you excited about the morning racing compared to what we did on 2.0, which was, we always drove it was nighttime that we raced for 2.0s,
that has totally thrown a wrench in our game plan.
Okay.
Because okay, at race week, you can race. I mean, you drive and then you race.
Mm-hmm.
So if you break something at the track, guess what? You can repair it that night and drive.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not the way we have this plan for Sick Week. We have to race and then drive.
Yep.
That's completely different. That's completely opposite.
Well, the one good thing I just thought of is that if you broke something at, say, 10:30 a.m., the parts stores are at least open that you can get stuff. That is one benefit to it, because like at 10 o'clock at Oklahoma City, you're not going to get parts at O'Reilly's.
Yeah, that is one benefit. I didn't think about that. That is one benefit. But again, it's not what it's not what I was. That's not what I was taught.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. There's a lot of adult men that are going to be down here drinking beers. It's going to be fun to see those early morning passes being made and those guys still having a little bit of a headache.
That is true. And with it being an evening cruise, do you think we're going to start to race week 2.0? It's just so hectic. You don't really get a lot. The only time you really get to talk to people is like in the staging lanes.
Yeah.
And Tom has really emphasized on changing that with this event, and that's what I'm excited about.
Yes, 100%. I think that'll be one of the coolest aspects is that there'll be everybody will be cruising together, kind of like 2.0 is, but there's everybody you'll probably end up at your hotel, I would think, at like 9:30 or 10, instead of many times we wouldn't get to our hotel till midnight, and nobody wants to hang out at midnight. And then, you go to the track at 4 or 5 o'clock, you're crunching to get the car ready to try and make 2 passes, and then, to bed and then back up the next morning to drive. So I think,
but what about those people that, so there's three different times of racing.
Mm-hmm.
There's 9 to 10, 10 to whatever it is. What about that guy that gets done at noon?
Yeah,
he's gonna he has 4 hours, 5 hours driving. He's done at 6 p.m.
Yeah, yep, that's a good point. We're gonna
That's gonna be me, bro. That's me.
Yeah, maybe.
That's on my schedule.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope we aren't that far back. We we're going to try and be early. We're in the DYO class, not the pro DYO. We're not that fast. We're in DYO. So, Justin's never made a pass down the track. He's driving. He's never made a pass down the track. He's never been on a drag and drive event. So I'm excited to bring him along on this adventure. But at the same time, I'm a little nervous because, we're going to we got to be early in the lanes, got to be ready. As soon as we pull in, we got to get stuff. There's not really a whole lot of changeovers except tires. And, by the end of the week, we may just be running on the radials,
Right.
Yep. Racers and Rods says one hit, then roll out, and you're in the next town before dinner.
That's what I'm trying. That's what we're trying to do.
Yep.
There
was a couple times where we
even if you had to do 3 hits.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking. I'm thinking if everything went decently, 3 hits. I'm thinking 9 p.m. at the hotel.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Anyways, I want to be able to do that so I can get the daily recap video out. Would be nice.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
So with you wanting to capture footage with everybody else, what's your game plan?
I mean, really, we're going to get to the track. I'm going to, get the car set up as fast as we can, and then I'm out. I'm going to the starting line. I'm interviewing people. That's going to be a big part of my plan for this, is to interview other racers, because there's a lot of times where, there's 350 cars there that they all have a story. I mean, whether it's a brand new Camaro or a 67 Camaro, they all have stories. So I want to tell as many of those as I can. I want to push drag and drive culture to the next level on our channel. So that's the plan.
Right.
That's we're going to be in people's faces. I bought a little wireless mic. I've got 6 questions that I think will be good for I'll walk around the car as that person reads the questions off. It should equal about a minute. So it should make really good 60-second spotlights, SICKTY second spotlights, that we've been dropping beforehand, just to kind of get my verbiage and what I can put out, my timing right. And then, so we're going to do that a ton, and then drop to Instagram, YouTube Shorts, Facebook Reels, TikTok. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of videos out there.
So you got a team with you?
No, man, it's me.
Dang, dude.
Yeah. So now Justin's wife is coming, so that'll help some. I don't want to lean on them at all, because I want them to enjoy the experience. She's in the sick ward, so they'll have all their own stuff to do.
Yeah.
So I don't want to lean on them too much, but I may, just for the additional content gathering, and then I'll as we're driving, if we've got 3 or 4 hours in the car, because once the trans started messing up in the cart, I just instantly stayed in the driver's seat. I didn't want the car to break and Dustin be driving it, so I won't have to mess with any of that. So a lot of riding in other cars, a lot of interviews, a lot of that kind of stuff. And while we're just riding along, I'm going to be over there posting. So extra batteries.
Yeah, you definitely got your hands full. I'm sure. Yeah. But you know what though? You can do it. I know you can.
I appreciate that. We'll see. By day 3, my brain will be completely mush.
But guess what? The following week, you're right back at it. You know what I mean? Just tough through it. Just do what you can. Shoot for the stars and land in the moon. That's how it goes.
That's kind of my thought. We're gonna change the game with this one. Our game, anyways, not the game, but we're gonna change our game for sure.
Yeah, and with the content and the publicity that you are providing your viewers, you're also giving people like me a platform to share my story, and I really commend you for that.
I appreciate that. And that's like stage 2 of the plan, is after we get back, all these people that we have met through the week of doing these interviews, that gives me one more way in to go, hey, why don't you come on and tell your sick week story? And then for months, we can talk to those people, not every day. We're not going to do daily after that, but twice a week, maybe something like that. Jump on for 30 or 40 minutes with somebody and let them tell a fun story or two, or their week experience, because that's what we're doing with the channel this year. We're going hard on drag and drive event coverage, drag and drive event stories, drag and drive event cars, features, all that kind of stuff.
I don't know anyone. I honestly I don't know anyone going as hard as you right now.
Well, that's what I'm hoping when we show up. Everybody's like, dude, I'll tell this story and then we'll wrap up with my ramblings. But I was standing in line at registration for 2.0, and a guy was like, he's like, "Man, are you Mike Narks?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "We listened to like 5 of your podcasts coming from Virginia." And and this is just some guy that was in the line with us that was registering. And it really has stuck with me every time that I think about, because dude, it's hard doing as many as we're doing right now, and so, there's a lot of background stuff that people don't know, that goes into all this. But anyways, but when he said that, I was just like, man, there's some, like, him and his wife listened to that all the way across the country. And when they got there, I hope they were just jazzed, ready to go,
Well, and one of the first podcasts that I ever listened to for Drag and Drive was the one you did with our boy Red Hat Scotty on the newbie stuff.
Yeah. I
listened to that before I even got into 2.0. I was like, man, I gotta listen to this guy,
Yep, and that's what I hope, and that's why with this one, with this round of stuff, we've been doing at least one newbie and at least one veteran, and we've got one more of those. We got Rob Lapenske on Thursday with Steve McDermott Jr., who was on 2.0 with us, and Zach Blum, which is a newbie coming in. So it's fun. Like those guys, August Mickelson was on. He's a new guy. He was on with a couple veterans the other day, and it was like you could just see his wheels turning. Like, what haven't I thought of? Oh my gosh, these guys are, they're telling stories that I don't want to be broke down, So, but that's what's going to happen, and I think that's what people need to understand. Like, it's okay to break down on the road. It's okay to have problems. There's 350 other people that are. Some of them are going to stop. And they're going to help you.
Well, and the thing is, my closing
Thanks,
statement
John.
here. We're rolling up on the hour here.
Mm-hmm.
One of my closing statements right now. Okay, for the newbies that are listening, if you are not going into the event with the mentality of working on your car every single day, from tearing a transmission out, changing an alternator, whatever it is, you need to reconsider your mentality going into the event. Plain and simple.
Yep. Yeah, because you're
if you think it's just cruising, because that's what you do on the weekend, on Saturday night, you just cruise into town, you drag race, and you cruise home. It's not like that.
Yeah. And here's what will happen. It's not that on day 1 and 2 are fine. It's end of day 3. It's day 4 when you've made the 6th pass in the car and something doesn't sound right. Like, it's day 4 is the equalizer, 100%, no way around it.
Yep. And again, if you are not going into a drag and drive event with the mentality of working on your car every single day, you need to reconsider.
Yeah, 100%. Dude, let's just end it there. I think that's probably Justin. Shh. No, bro, listen, you better get ready to get dirty. TKO hand cleaning wipes from the Sweet Patina. We're gonna have those with us. He sent us a tub, which is awesome. So we'll be able to clean our hands.
I need them. Look at.
Yeah, right. So we'll have those for anybody that needs those too. Let's end it there, dude. Thank you so much for coming on and spending time.
Thank
I know
you.
you guys are so busy. I can't wait. Big hug, dude, in 4 days, man. 4 days. I'm so ready.
Dude, I can't wait to see you, man.
It's gonna be awesome. Okay, I'm gonna let you get back to work, and I'm gonna do my outro stuff.
See you in a couple days.
All right, dude. Bye.
Bye.
Man, I love that guy. He's so cool. He if you haven't done it yet, go back and watch his previous episodes. One of them's episode 78. I've done a ton of quick cuts with that one, just because there's so much motivation in it. There's so much knowledge, but just so much, experience that he brings to this kind of event and this kind of lifestyle. We would always, I don't know if I'll ever be full-time because I don't know if I could handle the travel like he does, but it's so cool to be able to let people tell their story. And that's what we're going to do with Sick Week. We're going to let everybody that will talk in front of the camera tell their story. So if you're not subbed yet, you need to sub to the YouTube channel. That's where we'll put everything first. TikTok probably second, just because I can edit off of it easily. and then Instagram Reels and Facebook, of course, from there. Facebook is probably our last spot really that we'll post, because it's just more tedious to post to Facebook than it is to Instagram. I may even join my accounts. I don't know. I have a hard time. I typically like to post different things on Instagram than we do on Facebook, so the people aren't seeing the same content. Because if you're going to see the same content on our Facebook as you do our Instagram, what's the point in you following us on Instagram, right? So we'll pop into the comments here. Justin, dude, I'm so excited. Listen, I'm doing my no snow dance tonight and tomorrow. Racers and Rods is another great show. Dude, it's a great guest, man. I love that guy. But thank you for saying that for sure. And then, Dirty Panda, keep on keeping on, guys. Listen, I'm going inside. I'm going to hug over my wife a little bit and see my kids. They were gone all weekend. My wife was gone all weekend. It was a little strange. I'm not used to staying at the house by myself. So I'm going to go in there, kind of hug up on them, watch some TV, and we'll have fun. Tomorrow night is the first. We are not back until 9 o'clock tomorrow night because my daughter's birthday is tomorrow. She's 9 years old. We're excited about that. It's so cool. I'm glad that this landed after her birthday for sure. So anyways, 9 o'clock tomorrow night, we have some rookies. We have London, Johnson, and Jasmine, and I just went blank. We have George C. Murray. Hang on, I'm going to look it up right here. Stay with me. I've got so many notes here. Here we go. Stephen Mask. I can't believe I forgot that. So, okay. Anyways, Racers and Rods on YouTube rookie. Looking forward to capturing content at Bradenton. Dude, I'm telling you, it's going to be a blast. We're find me for sure. We'll talk. I'll give you a shout out, all that kind of stuff. You can give me a shout out. It'll be all that fun. All right. Thanks, guys. I'm closing it down. We're going to beat an hour. I can't believe it. See you.